An interesting welcome, no doubt.
What are you doing there, Autobot?
What? Who? Where?
Autobot, you in front of us!
Outside, where you belong. No offense, but we need to become self-serve bears and bitches! Now go back to the Arkham Realm! Tailgate's pussy, you hippie!
But I'm a Decepticon.
Well, that mustn't be true. I mean, explain the Autobot symbol on your arms.
Of course! You kinda need that if you're gonna spy on the Autobots. They trust me so much, I was Prime's best man at his wedding.
He's married?
Probably, why not?
Who's the groom? Seriously, though, why the fuck are you here?
Here?
If you're a spy like you say you are, then why the fuck are you here? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of being a spy?
Good point, Wild Rider.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I just might friend you. I swear, you dirty whore!
Well, I am also Starscream's divorce lawyer.
Wait, what?
Optimus got married, Starscream got married. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it?
Yeah, I switched jobs after my 5 nights with Freddy.
Who's he divorcing?
Megatron.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, and I totally didn't panic, and that totally wasn't the first name I thought of. Why? Do you not believe me?
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Explains a lot of shit. Shockwave!
Yeah?
Is there a cliff jumper in our list of Decepticons?
How am I supposed to know?
Well, don't you keep track?
Oh, I don't know. Let me check. Boop boop bop. Yeah, he's fucking here. I don't care.
You may pass.
Cool. Is it too much to ask we don't speak of this with Megatron and Starscream? I mean, this divorce thing should be private.
Don't worry. I'll try and stop caring at some point.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Please enter.
Listen, I know things went terribly wrong with the factory attack.
It was an embarrassment.
No offense, but I hardly call it that.
Soundwave said it, word for word.
And you trust him?
Proven himself loyal in all of his years of work. More than you have in a year.
Megatron, how dare you doubt my loyalty, you selfish twat!
You just call me.
I didn't,
Will you ever learn? Dairy Queen. Me Grimlock want ice cream. Me Grimlock 360 MLG Swag King.
I told you, Grimlock, you're too big to be going to Dairy Queen.
Me Grimlock transform into car. Me Grimlock go through drive-thru. Zoom, zoom, go Grimlock.
I told you, you're a Dinobot. Robotic metallic dinosaurs are not motorized vehicles, Grimlock. I can always switch you out of your brain and put it in a car of some sorts.
I don't think anyone would approve of that, Mr. Mad Scientist.
You blew up one whale with a ray gun once, and suddenly you're mad.
Hi, Crosshairs.
I will destroy your childhood.
Love you too, silly.
What are you doing here?
Oh yeah, I don't know how to say this, so fuck it. Are you the new Prime?
What?
Me Grimlock bored.
Yeah, turns out Ultra Magnus is not the Prime, and he told me to go see who the real one is. He was basically pretending all this time.
Really?
Oh, My Little Pony, I totally knew something was off. I was right all along.
Well, time to do some experiments.
What?
Well, now that the role of leader is up in the air, no one can tell me what to do. So if I want to create a death ray run by human blood, no one will stop me.
Take me to Dairy Queen.
Do me a favor, do something about Grimlock's rage.
I could probably do something with him.
Let's get to work.
What?
I always wanted to be a detective. Finally, my dream job.
Didn't you want to be a scuba diver yesterday?
I want to be a lot of things.
Yeah, tell you what, patch me through to Perceptor and I might promote you to detective.
Why do you need Perceptor?
Because he has something I need.
I swear if this review is just gonna be rhyming, I'm going to be slightly aggravated.
You might get mad from your point of view,
No!
but to hell with it. Here's a review.
You're technically rhyming view with view.
You might think Wheelie just wants a hug, but it's a trap! He's an asinine bug! He premiered in the '86 film voiced by Frank Walker, who voiced Megatron, and Prime Soundwave, who's not much of a talker. The original toy was designed by a fool. Just look at this thing! Who thought it'd be cool? The little guy comes back in Titans Returns, but is he better than the previous herd? This dickless Simpson knockoff Lil Fart transforms into a bright orange Cybertronian car. This little guy is built for speed. The shape and design is made to be sleek. It's clearly taking the G1 inspiration, updated for the Generations Titans Return recreation. Something visually that's not okie dokie, the silver pink canopy mixed with the clear smoky. Looking at it, I'm not filled with glee. The difference in colors makes it feel incomplete. But no need to cry like a little bitch! The canopy opens thanks to a hinge. You can fit him with any Prime Master or Titan, and no matter what, your day will surely brighten. You can move this up so there's less of a hassle, and take a look at that. He's staring into your asshole. Thanks to the hole, you can add weapons to the side. The bigger the weapon, the better the joyride. God, how orange is this little bloke? Please keep me from making a political joke. The wheels roll fine, but when it comes to the rear, it moves too much. Get that shit out of here. There's a lack of tabs, wiggle room to be shown, but there's no need to freak and be overblown. Wheelie's alt mode is a surprisingly great incarnation. But with that robot mode, let's start the transformation. I give them credit, look at what they did! Like Netflix's Daredevil before Marvel's Sin. A bad reputation following Wheelie. But this guy is good, I can say freely. The head looks great, though kind of a pinhead. And maybe he's not the sharpest tool in the... Ned. I hope you're enjoying my narration as we begin the articulation! Rotating head, joints are on balls. Elbows and shoulders, for the arms that's all. Rotating waist, ball-jointed hips. Knees too, no way you can miss. Now let's take the good and put it on pause, because we can't glance over some possible flaws. You can put him in poses that certainly appeals, but he unfortunately lacks in actual heels. If you move this hip way too much, eventually it will just pop off as such. As well, the shoulder joint can start popping. For some reason, it's only this side that's often. Some of the joints are as loose as some hoses, but that doesn't stop him from wonderful poses. Just wish he could stand a little easier, like the Alien film with Sigourney Weaver. Something personal I find out of place, but he lacks a smile, unlike Willem Dafoe's face. Meh, that complaint's barely a pebble. I'm loving the hat from Star Wars Rebels. Panels on the arms, yeah, that kinda sucks, but the tiny toes doesn't give any fucks. It's sad that he doesn't come with any weapons, but take another's and it'll give him a presence. Looking at his back seems pretty bare, but he's got so much personality, who really cares? Fits right in with the Legends minibots. Masterpiece too, I mean, does he not? Even if you don't like it and it's not worth the bucks, it looks way better than the Universe Redux. It's hard to believe this figure looks so nice. I'm thinking this review might get some dislikes. Wheelie's here, and here to stay, and I'm glad they made him this way. It's no secret, he's just not the best, but he surely stands against my test. Finally, a Wheelie that can bring me great joy, thanks to the lazy eyebrow reviewer for this in convoy. I recommend getting this cool guy in orange.
Ha! Try rhyming with orange, you little shit!
What do you mean?
You spent this whole review rhyming as a joke, but you fucked yourself!
Wait, I was rhyming this whole time? I didn't even realize.
Piss off!
Wow, we have an actual advertisement from Redbubble. That's amazing.
No. Excuse me. What is he?
That's actually
That's impressive.
that's pretty impressive, dude.
What does he wear? Hey, that's pretty good.
He's Iron Man. He's Iron Boy.
He's Iron Deficiency Boy.
Oh, that explains all the life hookups here. Explains all the life support hookups here. This boy ain't gonna live long. Send him a card. Send him a get well soon card.
Yeah, which you can buy on Redbubble.
You could buy on Redbubble.
You can buy it on Redbubble.
Instead of having a community sign a card, you got to buy your own card. It only costs you $5
Plus 100.
and a hunter.
Hunters don't exist.
Hunter's not going to pay.
I'm gonna call him right now. No, I won't.
It's almost midnight, Larry.
Even better.
Call him now.
He'll be like, "Why are you? I got an 8 a.m. in the morning." God. I'll be like, "Oh, LMAO."
Call him and just say LMAO.
No, I won't.
But Larry, it'd be funny.
Well, Braun, are you almost done with that?
I know you're in a rush, but I'm trying my best to get the signal booster from here. Celtran 3 is giving me a hard time.
Next time, take me to dinner before you rewire my circuits.
Well, if we can't get a hold of Perceptor, maybe we could use passenger pigeon.
You want to use a form of mail no one's used in years with a creature that has to breathe?
What's wrong with him breathing?
Because Receptor is in space!
Then we'll give him a rocket-powered spacesuit.
Be careful.
You don't have to.
I think he's dead. Again.
Well, as my old Uncle Boris once said, you can't make a few omelets without cracking a few omelets. Anyway, not to change the subject, but I'm getting a transmission from some asshole.
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm not dead.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about someone less important.
Well, first off, is Optimus here?
I can get him if you want.
No. Moving on. The second thing I'd like to know is, why did you call me?
Are you able to track the Matrix down?
Ah, yes, I heard that thing was missing.
I thought you weren't supposed to tell him.
Fuck that noise.
Well, I can't track it from here, but I can send you a certain device to pinpoint the location of the Matrix with impressive accuracy. I just need to know where to send it.
That would be good.
But Crosshairs, this doesn't add up. I thought you were someone who wouldn't care about anything. Why are you even remotely curious of who has the Matrix?
Well, Perceptor!
Oh no.
You know it all, stupid prick. Where's my $20?
You know it all, stupid prick. Where's my $20? I don't owe you $20.
I don't care if they played strip poker in my dream or not.
I don't care if we played strip poker in my dream or not. Optimus, you're drunk.
And you're not an animated. Your voice was replaced by Stephen Hawking's technobabble.
And you're not an animated. Your voice was replaced by Stephen Hawking's technobabble. Yeah, I'm just gonna send the package.
You played strip poker with Perceptor in your dream? Yes. And I won.
Please dream of me.
Wow, my arm hurts. I wonder if it has something to do with lifting those weights or being epic.
Or you got bitch slapped by Megatron.
Can your racist mouth?
I didn't say anything racist.
Hold the phone. Who the fuck is this?
He's a Decepticon who spied on the Autobots for a while.
Wait, why isn't he spying on them now?
Because I'm tired of dealing with Autobots?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I know you're lying.
Well,
What are you talking about?
Clearly, if you couldn't tell, this guy is a newbie who pretended to have worked with us for so long just to impress us.
Sure, yeah, why not?
All right, since you're new, here's some simple steps on defeating your enemy, so listen carefully. Step 1, shoot them. Step 2, stab them. Step 3...
Wait. Are these steps or options?
These are steps.
But why? If you shoot or stab one, it's game over for them. This is repetitive nonsense.
You can never be too careful. Should I point out that you can do these things in any particular order of fashion you prefer? Step 3, grind them into little pieces.
Into little pieces? How do you accomplish that in a war zone?
It is paramount that every soldier carries a blender strapped to their thighs. It is prohibited.
No wonder we lost Cybertron.
Tell me about it.
Step 4. Each soldier must carry a lighter to melt down each individual piece. May I add that every soldier must carry multiple Ziploc bags to put the pieces in. We don't want to make a mess. Good heavens.
This is stupid.
Totally fucking stupid.
Step 5. Melt the individual parts in a test tube of acid.
He's completely oblivious, isn't he?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Behold! A package! You know what that means? It's time for another crappy unboxing by this guy. This time I get a box from Toys R Us. I ordered a couple of things and we're going to take a look at what stuff I ordered. And as I'm doing this, I just want to say that it's really annoying when people bring up that, oh, Toys R Us is closed. How are you getting this stuff? Toys R Us is not closed in Canada. It's really annoying when people think I'm an idiot for even referencing Toys R Us like it's still a thing, and they think, no it's not! Get with the times! I just wanted to do a little rant there because it seems like a common thing. Someone pretty much called me an idiot recently. Which I might be! Anyways, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at the stuff. And hey, we got some stuff! We also got some papers telling me, hey, you got stuff. Alright, so let's start with the small stuff. The first thing we have is the Transformers Power of the Primes bludgeon. I never found the Wave 3 stuff in my stores, so I decided, hey, let's just pick it up at Toys R Us. They were on sale anyways. And I'm pretty sure you can clue into the next two. The next thing we have is the Megatronus, and I believe that's also Bomb Burst. Yeah, I was really interested in picking this one up. But I think the best one has got to be Octopunch with Solus Prime. So yes, I got all three of the Wave 3 figures. I love these Pretender shells. I wish they did more of them. Mainly because I wish that the rest of the little guys could have been in mass retail and not in an exclusive Optimus Prime pack that people can barely get. Yeah, I'm still a little stingy on that. The next thing we have is Transformers Siege Battle Masters. What is this? Lionizer. Yes, I almost forgot his name because it doesn't really matter. But I picked it up because it was on sale, and I thought, you know what? It's the last one of the Wave 1 Battle Masters that I needed to get. Why not? And it looks kind of cool. I like the blue little flashy effect. And last but not least for this haul is the big one. This is, oh, he's kind of heavy. It is the Transformers Siege Warfare Cybertron Voyager class Megatron. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I get the Optimus Prime? Was it because I'm planning on getting the leader one? No, they didn't have the Optimus Prime, so I just decided, you know what, let's pick up the Megatron. Let's get a good head start with the Siege Voyagers. And man, he's a good looking buckaroo. I mean, he's in all this sort of gray and just looks nice. Looks way better than the Cyberverse. So yeah, I can't wait to open that up and mess around with that. I also like how they've got his weapons combined on the back, right there. Right there, yeah, you can see that probably. So again, that is 3 Power of the Primes Pretenders. They're the Wave 3 Megatronus, Quintus Prime, and Solus Prime. Transformers Siege Warfare Cybertron Battlemaster Lionizer, and Voyager class Megatron. So that is pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun do that. And I will see you guys next time. Tape is stuck to my foot now. Hey, can you stop Megatron for pissing in my sink? Okay, cool. The leader of Team Prime in the series Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, gets a toy in the Robots in Disguise sub-theme, not the later Robots in Disguise line or earlier Robots in Disguise line. This toy is a Voyager class figure, which is also called Powerizers, and now I've strained my brain and can't count milk. This version of the character had a few toys beforehand in the first edition sub-theme, but this is the one that would make it to mass release. It's also a little strange. I remember seeing this figure in every store, but now in the aftermarket, it's tricky to get a handle on. So I want to thank TFA 1024 for sending out this figure. I never did purchase it during its release, but it means a lot to have it now. I will say I will try to not make a strong comparison to the seemingly superior first edition Voyager, as I don't have that figure. In this, we'll mostly focus on the figure on its own. With that, is the toy any good? In alt mode, Optimus Prime transforms into a semi-rig based on his animation model. I can't pinpoint it, but there's something off about it. The red feels maybe a bit too pale, but I'm not sure if that's the issue. From what I've seen on the show, Optimus seems to have colors darker to this, probably to go with the emo phase of the show. Could be the dull gray plastic, which he has two different tones of, but if I have to guess, I don't think the transparent blue windows was a great idea, and he's missing the blue paint that travels at the bottom of the cab. Still, the molding seems fine, seemingly based on his movie aesthetic relevant at the time. Love the square shape, makes him feel clean, tough, American! Panel lines abound. These side panels have a little wiggle room, but it should stand just fine if you have everything right. Turn to the back and you'll find literal putrid robot vomit. There's 3 ports on the back so you can store the weapons and that's not a good look, but it does keep everything together. You can add it to the center peg, but it doesn't keep it secure. There's enough ports for both weapons. You can also combine them so it's just one chunk of metal machinery chaos. Oddbot logo on the front so when he runs you over it leaves an imprint. Sorry Batman, someone beat you to it. Wheels roll nicely and he attack? He smokestack. If you think it's boring, open up the side panels and Flying Truck Boss has approached the battlefield! While I question the color choice, what's given isn't inherently bad, it's just lacking in indulging flair. But it does the job as an Optimus Prime semi-rig. So what more can I ask for? Robot mode. In robot mode, Optimus Prime's molten shape is pretty satisfying enough. Not as burly as I'd hoped, but for a simpler figure, they didn't do half bad. The chest even opens up to create a more rounded presence. However, imperfections and lackluster are plenty. The duller gray colors and the transparent blue forearms makes the deco muted. The figure doesn't really pop, and for an Optimus Prime toy, that's not a good thing. I know I don't want to make too much of a comparison, but the first edition just yelled, "Extreme Patriotism!" This one says, patriotism, I guess. The head's got the right shape, but because it feels more slick, it comes across as a younger version of himself, rather than the stoic and wise Prime we've come to know. But at least he's got a skyscraper on his forehead. Did someone say, articulation? Ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, rotation below elbow bend, ball jointed hips, rotation below knee bend, tilt, and ball jointed feet. Now I got this second hand, so I'm not sure if the quality has died down, but the joints and the hips are way too loose and frustrating. Thank God for the joints and the feet, but if those are loose, you're screwed. Oh no, a bus Optimus fell down. As well, yes, these back panels are huge, but I wouldn't mind if they tapped into place. One slip and something doesn't seem right here. I do have to admit, he does look good next to his crew. Who are these people? Let's take a look at the weapons. Whoa, the Star Saber! What a piece of shit! I mean, the details are on the nose, but its small size and dull color makes it look like a foam roleplay toy. You can flip up the hand and plug it like his arm blades, but that's insensitive. He also comes with the blue and gray paperweight that can flip out, revealing a blaster on an extended paperweight that doesn't lock in. You can plug it into the hand, but it doesn't really stay in place. You can plug it into the forearm, and when you deploy the mechanic, a red light will transfer through the arm and into the barrel, but it's a sad attempt and it doesn't really work. You could also plug it into the shoulder, but meh. See, I would have been fine with the coloring, even the transparent blue arms, but he really needs more red. The abundant lack of it opposed to the gray in the body just sets a dull, lifeless husk of the man he once was. With all the issues set for Optimus Prime, the toy is really not that bad, just not up to its potential. I think it's basic enough to satisfy the gap in your collection if you can't manage to get the first edition. However, this toy seems to have fallen off the face of the earth, and it's pretty hard to find, at least from my experience. At least it looks more like its animation representative over the Beast Hunters figure. What was this trying to accomplish? And hey, I believe the first edition was too tall to compare with the Megatron release, so this is much closer to the correct size. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper, but if you give him some love and support, I'm sure you'll find something to enjoy. And while I have your attention, I'd like to dismiss the stereotype that primes don't party. This is false. Primes do indeed party, but it usually results in pregnancy.